Yo, I'm elderb, check me out. Saturday, back to dayz again. I think I'm gonna call saturDayZ was probably not the best move because I'm gonna have to call all the days that I randomly jump onto dayz and stream it. MondayZ just doesn't have the same ring. Playing dayz, continuing our character on Livonia official. I've realized through brief Google research what a big dum-dum I am. I went through the bunker last week. I was like, oh, there's nothing in here. This is the bunker with the water and the 2 players needed to up and down it, and that shows my experience right there. I had no idea that was this bunker, so just going through what was real quick, what I thought was the only bits that were in there was not it, as you would know, most likely. But I have not seen any videos on people doing it, so I didn't realize that was this one, which, you know, ignorance not bliss in this case. So anyway, the plan last week leading into this week was to jump back into the bunker. We've logged outside of it. We'll go scope out the rooms we can. I think we still were behind somebody that had taken all the goods in the early rooms, regardless of the water puzzle, I guess you could call it. So we're going to jump back in there, check that out. The server is only a third full. It's still the most full server, official server for Livy. So the plan is to eliminate this character one way or another. So we're going to go to the bunker, we're going to scope it out, get out of the bunker, and then we're just going to go do some silliness. We'll make a bunch of noise, shoot some shooty shoots around in the area, and hopefully draw some folks out. That might just result in a "you are dead" screen. But if not, I don't know, maybe we'll get in a fight. And with it, whatever happens with that, we'll end this character and shoot on over to Deadfall. Deadfall is almost full still right now, so we'll start questing over on Deadfall and kind of do a parallel with the Deer Isle quest and get a Deadfall character going. Anyway, enough blab from me. The deer in the background is shouting. He says it's time to go. It's time for some dayz. Tea of the evening is Earl Grey. Time for dayz? Now, as always, I have to kind of peek on what we've got going on since it's been long enough that, you know, a week is just long enough for me to not remember what we got. So, CR, hunting scope, M16, extra mag. Do we not have a vest? Yeah, we just have a random smoke grenade just hanging out. Okay. I think we had a bunch of food too. Yeah, a bunch of food. Alright. Doesn't matter. This guy won't be with us much longer. Now, I was, and I'm going to continue to use I Survive just due to my unfamiliarity. There's not a whole lot we can do. I always log off facing the direction that I want to go, so that would be this way back to the bunker. We came out and then kind of made our way around, so I'd be ready to just jump back in there. But we'll see. We will see how this goes. Okay, I thought it was going to be right here anyway. I think we're starting to see a road, so let's go peek down. I was playing Namalsk earlier today and just got absolutely destroyed. There's this dude, like super geared dude, that kept coming back to Nemsk in the southeast corner of the map, which is very close. It is a spawn town essentially. And dude just kept coming back. Like, he didn't say anything to me the first time, just mowed me down. This is a terrible spot to sit, but like I said, it's not super populated right now, so we'll be slightly more careless than we usually would. Just mowed me down, and then when I saw him in a different place, also nearby spawn area, he was walking towards me and he was like, you know, I've always wanted to be a millionaire. And I'm like, when you're being a turd and like going to fresh spawn areas and killing new folks, you like come up with this stuff? Is it your stand-up comedy routine? You're like, I need something clever to say that he won't be able to answer to. Now my mic wasn't working either, which is really strange. Because there, you know, it's giving me the mic symbol. I can see that the mic is functional for you guys. So I don't know what was going on with that. But a couple of people I tried to talk to, and they were like, no, you got a mic, bro? And I'm like, oh, please don't kill me just because my mic's not coming through right now. They did not. Just that guy. Just wants to be a millionaire or whatever nonsense he was saying. Kids these days. Yeah, like I said, we're purposely being a lot less cautious. I don't even mind if that guy stays aggroed out here, to instill, hopefully, some interaction. Oh, our buddy found us. I don't know, that might be the only ammo I've got for that M16. I didn't really check, obviously. Just a complete miss on the first swing. Really? You know, obviously I wouldn't bandage here and do these things. I just feel like nobody's down here. When I was trying to figure that out for tonight, I was like, where's the loot in the bunker? And it's like, oh, it's past the water bit. And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that's what that was. In the midst of that, it was kind of like, oh, nobody goes to the bunker because there's better loot, like, elsewhere. I don't know why I'm doing this. There's nobody here. I mean, there's goods here. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, here I am like, oh, the quest for the bunker. It's like, the bunker sucks. Don't go to the bunker. I'm like, alright, well, it's too late for that. I don't even know why I'm picking stuff up. This is really, was really like to confirm me being a big dummy and not realizing it was that type of bunker, and then to just kind of move on to the next thing we're going to play. So, I don't really need to prolong this, even though it's literally what I'm doing as I'm saying I'm not going to do it. Getting all sorts of splody goodies. Oh, I thought it was going to freeze on me there. That was weird. It is a super small, like, area, too, leading up to it. I think there was a tripwire in here last week. Okay. Okay, I'm keep getting these, like, hesitation stutters. Asphalt. SK. Would have been nice earlier. What do we got? 56. Again, I don't know why I'm going through the stuff, but you know, not bad stuff in here. Not fantastic stuff, but plenty of grenades. If you want to go raiding, this is the place to swing into first. Gas mask with filters, nice. Alright, let's head inside. Yeah, head torch. It's kind of a nasty spot to camp up there. Don't really see that area until you're running up here. Tabbing out out of my inventory always takes way too long. We're just gonna go in like nobody's here. I don't think I have a lockpick. No. Like I said, I'm not overly worried about it. We've technically completed what we set out to do. We wanted to do the bunker. We've kind of done it. Yeah, my as I talked about last week, my disadvantage was being so prepared when I got into this area for the underground just to be like in Deadfall, where this, you know, these rooms are full of all the goods. So when it wasn't, I was kind of like, oh, this is it. So that's why I thought today, before I jumped on, I was like, there's no way that's it. Like, I get it's their, you know, it was their first bunker, if I'm not mistaken. You know, because this is obviously where Deadfall just takes their stuff from, but nope, just me not knowing what I was doing. It's not like it's any secret that I'm I'm coming, leaving the torch on, heading down the hallways. Yeah, these, you know, would be full of treasures and such. So that might be it back there. I think I went down further last time and that started to confuse me. But even on top of these crates in Deadfall, with any luck, you know, if we get a good start tonight, next week, I'll keep a Deadfall character going and we'll scope that out. But I think I'm kind of wasting my time going up here right now. Like literally referencing a different map and like, well, on a different one, this is where the stuff, it doesn't matter. It's obviously not here. Yeah, so that one goes up. Didn't the other one go down? No, I made that up. Yeah, because there was the 4 sets of stairs. There would be the other one. Yeah, that one goes down. Maybe it was the upstairs that was throwing me off. Oh, or it leads you to nowhere? Oh no, it's right, it was every other, wasn't it? Yeah, on the odds. So there should be 3 on the next one. Or 1,000? Maybe the problem was I never found this staircase last time. I just kind of, yeah, okay, that's what it was. If I would have found this last time, I would have obviously immediately recognized, you know, kind of where I was. But I clearly didn't see this one at all. I'm not even in clear rooms. There's nobody in here. The mill up top was untouched. Which actually would be a really good strategy to, like, leave stuff at wherever you enter. Yeah, so this is the main loot room, right? Like you do the one, I think it's the blue one, and then the red one, or vice versa, lowers this water. There's a little tube you go through. Then you need to raise the water so you can get up on the other side, because the ladder is not, you can't reach it. I don't know if this one's the same way. Yeah, you gotta hold it. Obviously, we're not gonna do that. You can do it by yourself, apparently, if you server hop, which kind of to me is the only reason you would do that, because otherwise you can't get out of there by yourself. Alright, so mystery solved there. It'll take us 45 minutes to get back up these stairs. Yeah, I just saw the staircases and assumed it was all to the same place. Obviously, not so much. Alright, so that one's wrapped. I don't know. Let's, yeah, it's such a long... It's not that long. We'll see. We'll see when we get out of here. We might go over to Polana and then the other mill base. But that's like 4K away from where we're at right now. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we'll not. I mean, we're already 20 minutes in, so... I do want to shoot that deer just for shush's sake. It's a noisy boy. Okay. So stairs down were the key. Stairs up will lead to those kind of those other rooms that have the side rooms that should also have stuff. Should. We'll see. I can't see what's going on. There we go. Canteen in your face. Yeah, so these side rooms, like I said, at least in Deadfall, you'll find guns and armor and all the goods. But so far, 2 runs through on this map, on this bunker, with nothing, essentially. I can kind of see why it's a little bit of a dud. But we did it. We set out to do it. We're here as much as we could be. I could try to get over to the other side and then just end it over there, even just to see what's over there. That might be a lot well, that would be a lot faster than trying to seek out people at Pilana that potentially aren't there. Yeah, let's do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to continually, like, check in here for a whole lot of nothing. The other reason I'm going to end this character is, you know, I only play first person. And one of the things I enjoy to do, I've only done it once, I've reached out a couple times, but I really like when new players, like on the dayz Reddit, just kind of post in general, hey, I'm new, can somebody, you know, help me out and whatnot, like, stuff like that. I'll just tell them, you know, hey, if you want to do a run, and you can ask questions, and it's a little better than, you gotta go to the first level, and then, no, stairs down. You know, watching YouTube tutorials for this game even is great. They're like, there's good ones, but you know, you gotta like pause them and slow it down and rewind, because when you're not doing it, you just don't really get the sense of it. Anyway, so there's a fella that's from another part of the world, so it makes it a little difficult to link up timelines, but we're gonna do the same thing next week, and I'm assuming he's gonna want to do official, so that's another reason to clear this character out. So rather than server hop our way out, we'll see if we can figure this out and either get ourselves stuck. Well, we're gonna get ourselves stuck one way or another, but we'll at least get to the other side and see what kind of treasures lay hidden through the tunnels, if you will. I think that'll be better use of our time as opposed to wandering over to Pilana and just kind of hoping that somebody's over there. And then we'll scoot over to Deadfall and see what we can do there. So I think it's blue first. Yeah, that's going down. The problem is, I think when you get on the other side here... What does that look like? That's not... like draining. Okay, it's still going. I don't know... if it is good enough to raise the water to get over on the other side here. We'll find out though. That is why we're doing this. Yeah, I don't know if it's this one or not. No. I was like, why is my stamina so bad? Because you're soaking wet. I think this is one of those that, like, you've got to hurry up, because if you don't keep going, I don't know if this is just a way out. I feel like I'm taking too, like, this has got to be just to get out in case you can't get all the way back. That's certainly what it feels like. No? Okay. Just another one of the pathways. I'm gonna yak about Deadfall so much, but it's okay since we're headed there shortly. But like, that's another room where there's lots of treasures. Word of the day. Well, the Halloween event really makes this trip worthwhile. I don't think anything ever spawns up back there, but if you want carnival masks, the Livy Bunker is the place to go. Okay. Yeah, I'm imagining, you know, you send your guy out and your other dude is just sitting there at the valves, because this is going to be it. That's quite underwhelming. See, and on I Survive, seeing the tents, I was kind of like, where are the med tents? I haven't seen those. Test kit. Tetra would be nice if we were actually in need. Well, there's a 0% chance that by the time I get back, yeah, because this is it. Presumably, yeah. By the time I get back there, that the water hasn't resumed its normal level, but we'll run all the way back and check it out. Was it that door there? I think it was that door. I think it was pre-truck. So I had blabbed a little bit last week about I was going to play Rust with my buddies, and we played, and it just didn't do it for me. I don't know if, you know, like 3,300 hours is a ridiculous amount of time to spend on a game to me. So I don't know if, like, I've just reached as far as I will with that game, or if it hasn't been long enough. Okay, I can keep going. That's kind of good to know. That's a decently long amount of time it gives you then. Yeah, but I think here is going to be the issue. I don't think you can get there with just letting this resume, which it looks like we've gotten here just in time for that to happen. I think you've got to crank over the next handle. That's going up, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll be stuck just kind of floating, which is kind of a bummer, because that also means we'll be stuck, like, and not able to end our character. So we'll probably have to server hop after we made this mistake here, just to get rid of him. But we'll see what happens in a couple minutes. Regardless, within, I would say, 10 minutes here, when we figure out which side of this thing we're on, we'll end up hopping over to Deadfall and start there. I did pop over there because it was full before we started stream, but it is the time of night when people start heading off the servers. So I popped over there. It was full, but it was like a one-person queue, and at this point it's not quite full. It's a couple people shy of it, so should be pretty busy. Should get some encounters, so we'll see what happens. But that quest line in and of itself is pretty fun. I've made it close to where you wrap it up, but not super close to actually finishing it. Lots of spooky stuff over on the other side of the passage. If you're unfamiliar, I'll blab at you about what we're going to do and why we do it and all that stuff. But I assume, based on the time, we won't take up probably the whole stream to get over. We won't make it to the other side, more than likely. It's busy enough that the loots will be spread relatively thin. I haven't really shot an M16 much. That's alright. Yeah, okay, we're already at the point where hopefully this brings us high enough to the ladder. I'm nearly convinced though that it's not. That's the whole point of the other valve. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, looking at I Survive, with the 2 med tents, and then the other side of it, there's 2 rooms that show a mill area. So I think, you know, that's really it. You get to the top of this, and the thing I saw online had said that the loot area was pretty small, so that makes sense that it's just those, you know, the room or 2. But it's definitely not worth it. Was seeing from people that, you know, they go and get MVGs just at heli crashes and stuff, so it's not even really worth coming down here. But now we know. Just going to keep staring at the wall here so we can make sure this water is still moving. Obviously it's doing its thing. I think there was, I can't really look and bring my head torch with me. I think there was another set of, like, you know, the rivets in the wall and the rungs that were just kind of like broken off there. So I think we have quite a bit still to get up there. I just realized too, I don't even think I can log, like you can't log out while you're swimming. So it will be interesting. We'll see what's what. Can I? No. Yeah, I should have, I probably should have put a grenade in my hand. Oh well, we'll see if we've got ourselves into more trouble than I realize. Yeah, there's that second set. So then it's above that. And I feel like this is going to stop rising here very shortly. I'm also heavily relying. Hey, Clean Fun, what's up, man? I just jumped on, so I'll be on for like an hour and a half or so. Depends on server restart on Deadfall, where we're gonna hop over to soon. Yeah, wow, what are you doing? So this is the bunker in Livonia, and I got into it last Saturday because this is the whole kind of goal of doing a fresh start on Livonia. Yeah, we're still bubbling, so we're still good. So you've got to, it's a two-person puzzle. So you've got to have somebody stay in the valve room, lower the water so you can get to where I'm at, and then you've got to hit the other valve to raise the water. So the ladder, which I'm not, yeah, there it is. You can barely see it. Oh, okay. I didn't even know if you could do that. You got to raise the water to get into that room there. I didn't realize that this was a thing over here, though. Because like, I guess the best stuff is in there. But the stuff I was reading about, because I did this last week and I didn't get to the valve room, there's one door that I missed. It was like, it's not even worth it. Don't even bother. And then if you're by yourself, or you can get out, maybe they changed it. I think there used to be a thing where you would get trapped in here if you were by yourself. But essentially after reading, like, it wasn't really worth it, don't bother. It was kind of like, I'll just get in here so I can, you know, kind of check the box on the fact that we did it, which I thought it was pretty cool. It's a pretty low pop server. It's only 1/3 full, and that's kind of the same thing that it was last week and the week before. But we did a fresh start, got relatively geared up, and then last week got the key card and got into the bunker. So within 2 days, you know, 2 days of the life, kind of achieved everything we were looking at to do. So it was pretty sweet. Okay, this gets you to the exact same area. Yeah. This is where we already have been. So you can basically just get out. It just kind of leaves you the out there. Yeah, that's cool. I've never done it, which is why I kind of set out to do it for the past couple streams here. But last week I didn't find the valve area, so I was just like, oh, this isn't worth it. What is this? So today I wanted to make sure I got in and found that area. Yeah, I need to go down to go up, yeah. And kind of check the box. Regardless, I need to say goodbye to this character so I free up my guy on official, because this is the only, I only play first person. So this is the only guy I've got to bounce around on official servers, and I'm not a fan of server hopping, so. Yeah, there's a couple homies. Nope, that's not what I wanted. A couple homies I play with. They're all European folks. So you usually play with them during the day when it's still, you know, not super late for them. Alright, so I needed to go up to get back here. And then, I don't know why I just did that. Because there was the stairs that weren't broken. Obviously the other way. Or am I thinking about this incorrect? Well, no, I'm stuck. Yeah, because I would need to have the water lower so I could get back to the other section. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Get our old friend here. Give him an unpin, and then we'll pop over to Deadfall. But that'll do it for our Livonia official. Lights out, so we don't see the carnage. Blap. Give you an intro screen real quick, and we'll swap servers. My teammate is Scottish. I have more. That's funny. I have. It must be a very popular game in Scotland because I have more than one teammate. Not necessarily always at the same time, but that are from Scotland. All right, you'll hear a cut in sound, and we'll make the switch over. This is. Oh my goodness. Alright, it's basically a PvE night then. This is the server that I play with those guys. So for Deadfall. So it's usually got a queue for us to get in it, but this time of night it's pretty quiet. So a few people on, but I don't expect to see anybody at all for sure. Good and bad about that. Obviously a little less exciting for the encounter side of things, but the bonus is this map has kind of like some additional PvE stuff, and not only that, it'll be a lot easier to get the goods that we need to cross over to the other side, so that'll help. Okay, something is definitely wonky. This was telling me, oh, I bet server just restarted. Yeah, I bet that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we're in a restart queue. It's not necessarily a long person queue. So I think people were bailing out when we checked just because the server was going to restart. But it has just restarted and should be relatively full up then. So I take back what I said. The number I was looking at was due to a server restart. I feel like that would be a nice thing to throw in the launcher, is, you know, kind of time to server restart, when was the last one, all that good stuff. But yeah, just a brief wait while we're plopping through here. I mean, I might as well bring you in on this. I did pop into the server just for sake of seeing what queue is like before the stream. So we do technically have a life, but we're a fresh spawn. And since I'm relatively familiar with this map, we're going to go eyes survivalist and just hope for a tourist map, which doesn't really do you a whole lot of good eventually while you're playing through it. But there we go. Not long at all. Loading in. Yeah, so I will be spawned, but sitting there with my rags and plum, I think. Yeah, you can see on his map there, you get through the passage, and then after that, the tourist map doesn't do you any good. Oh, fantastic! All right, let me get you. Let me turn the lights on for you there. Yeah, this is gonna make it a little more interesting. Almost need to turn the light out in my room so I can see what's going on here. These spawn areas are relatively similar though. You kind of always have a hunting camp. There's usually water. The closed door is a good sign. Where... Gonna start in a very awkward spot in it too. I think this is Mohawk, but we'll find out as soon as we loot up. Hiking pants and t-shirt is not great. Let me check real quick. Since we got in the queue. Yeah, okay. So it's not gonna be, potentially not gonna be a full server, but it's 80% full right now. So after that restarted, there's a good chance that we're going to have lots of company. Hopefully my mic is working again. It seemingly didn't work when I was playing the Malsk earlier, but we'll see what happens. I get confused enough looking at textures on the ground when it's not nighttime out. Alright, so we've done what, 3 of them? These 3? I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think there's another batch of goods over that way. But we'll hack through this stuff and then move on. They're relatively memorable spawn points, because some will have like a hunting stand at the road and things like that, but I still always kind of need to see the way out, if you will. And then usually there's a sign, the usual city sign. Somebody left their... We don't even get glow sticks, do we? Oh, there's a street lamp. Okay. It's like, why is it all lit up over here in the street? So my assumption that it was going to be a bit of a PvE night on this is quite incorrect, which is good. You know, we kind of were on that 1/3 full Livonia server, and then kind of constricted ourselves, if you will, to the bunker area. So hopefully a little bit better change of pace. T-shirts and hiking pants all over the place. Safe to say there are some folks ahead of us. Sounds good now. Yeah, appreciate it. It was in-game only. I would actually went and checked to see if it was a mic thing, but as you can tell, it was not. I probably could have relogged, but Namalsk was full as it usually is, so I was like, it's fine. I'll just wave and bob at people. I don't like when they don't yell when when I can't see them. This guy's not that bad. The other dude I barely saw. Don't get behind me. Come on. I'm gonna lock him in here in a second. One down. Come on. And nothing. Good old Deadfall. Yeah, so here's our water. I think... Is that where we came from down there? Just like every socket has got either hiking pants or a t-shirt in it. Never played Deadfall. Is it any good? Dude, it's one of my favorite, like hands down one of my favorite maps. And when my buddies and I will try the quest on it and we'll, you know, get like super far and spent like several days on it and then die, we're like, well, go again. And you know, that's the way you should play it all the time, right? But that's not how everybody always takes this game. Some people get upset about it, but it's so much fun to just like try to get there. And then when you get through the passage, I don't know if you saw the tourist map that the dude was holding in the splash screen, but that's like the whole point of the map. Is like they call it a funneled progression system, because there's like this mill area that you've got to get to get to the rest of the map. So everybody has to go there. Everybody needs the same equipment to get through it. I think I might be able to click that out for you. Yeah, okay. It's light enough, just enough. That, you know, it forces everybody's hand to get to this one area. And then when you get through that area and you survive and get through it, the other side of the map is a completely different biome. There's like... It's not only zombies anymore over there, to leave the spoilers out of it. So, yeah, it's a fantastic map. I highly recommend it. Get our sips on. There we go. Okay, so with us being... Yeah, pub side is going to be the exit if I remember right. I think this is Mohawk. And there's like a north and a south for Mohawk. We're about to find out what my recollection is. Cayuga. So Mohawk is northeast. Cayuga is southeast on the map, I believe. So we can do Cayuga. Attempt to do it. Again, one last check and then I'll stop popping out and do that. Hey, thanks man, I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, we're almost full. A couple people shy of full, so it will be a little bit of struggle to get the goods. You know, that spawn town when there's nobody on, you can get like a BK-18 and like a cooking pot and half to well, 2/3 to up to a full cooking setup. Like lots of stuff will spawn in the spawn area if you're the only one. I don't want to say lots, but food is always the struggle on this one to get going, just like normal. But yeah, one of the cool things about this map too is there's no I Survive for it. I don't remember the name. Let me actually pull up dayz.xam. I'm not even sure, you know, what the point of this dude's website is. It's like it's the same thing as I Survive if you're not familiar, but you know, web-based. I use the I Survive app on an iPad. So yeah, the symbols aren't the greatest on it, so when you're first learning the map and stuff, that's a little bit more of a challenge. T-shirt again. Yep, somebody's rags. Why'd they leave their rags? That's kind of strange, though. Did the dude just run around yelling at me? But yeah, so... Oh, there he is. A little preemptive there. When you're learning the map, it is a little bit more difficult. Especially when you're used to I Survive, but... I'm just getting to the point now where I'm starting to really enjoy... I want that gas, but I don't really have storage. I'm really starting to enjoy, like, leaving the I Survive alone. And just going off of, you know, wandering and exploring and stuff like that. It will be time, very shortly, those rounds, for a return to Cherno. I still have a character, the character from the Don't Make So Much Noise short. He's still alive and kicking with 4 kills, so we might pick him up at some point as well. But outside of him, either the early winter, I don't know how much those will be hanging around, but definitely when winter Cherno comes around, we'll be playing a good deal of that. I'm taking the long way. So there's the town of Cayuga right there. Oh, getting a little stuttery. Come on, GPU, you can do it. Straight line running, you know it's tea time. Yeah, that's a little more abnormal than usual. You don't usually crack into red food, shift tab there. You don't usually crack into red food on the run to the first town, so... Food's not like non-existent, but it can be a little hard to come by. We'll see how it goes. Okay, as we come drifting up to the car. Junky trail shoes. I think the real thing with the hunger there is usually, you know, you've got a piece or two of clothing that you can slap on, and I just found gloves in the start, so really hack through the hunger a lot faster than normal. Like jams and honey and stuff like that's not super rare in the houses here, so should be alright. Fingers crossed. I tend to have really bad running discipline though as soon as you go red food, and like I just continue to sprint like I normally do and just blast through calories. Probably not the best strategy, but what are you gonna do? Die early, that's what we'll do. Alright, that's promising. At least there's something in here. Navigating these towns is not my strong suit. They're almost all circles. And I'll just like head back down the same way that I went down the circle and stuff. I'm like, oh well, what a good use of your time. Is there one more room? There we go. Hopefully those frames recover. A little too jittery for my liking, I'm sure yours too. I wonder how long I usually sit there trying to F something into my inventory, then just tabbing in. I don't like to tab loot though. It's very immersion breaking for me. Well, that's pretty nice. I don't know what I thought I saw back there. I know, Grumbly Guts. We get you. We'll get you. Well, that chicken's gotta happen. I was gonna say, I feel like I already came in this house, but... no, I did not. Yeah, if nothing else, you're almost always near some type of water, one flavor or another. So I think what I need to start doing is any clothing I don't pick up is just start chopping it up so we can prepare for fishing. Well, that's not exactly the most exciting thing to witness, but otherwise we'll be leaving the map preemptively. I'm not going to use the knife either. It's in pretty bad shape. Alright. Our first batch of zombie goodies. The crap on the ground always throws me every time. Like the garbage stuff. I'm like, oh, what's that somebody dropped in the corner? Kind of like that texture right there that just got me for some reason. I'll blame it on the lagginess. Alright, I don't know why I always do this. I always keep both. Unless it's like, you know, the lighter gets ruined or something like that. And then I can ditch it. I guess that's my thoughts. She's locked up in there. So we're following somebody. That's obviously why we're seeing less than abundant treasures, if you will. We're still going to go in there, though, just in case stuff had respawned. See old Grumpus here. She's got a bag for us. Punch the wall. Just show her that you really mean business. Okay, that's good, though. We'll just... you have a bag. You're about to get a bag, and you're trying to figure out how to put stuff in your clothes. I remember my first run. Grab our goofy face. Oh, we've got the scarf. Alright, so that's kind of our first signs of life, if you will. There's the old lock-in there. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be kind of tailing somebody. This map is kind of one of the ones that, I don't want to say disproves, but it definitely goes against, you know, that like get away from spawn area, because you kind of can't. If you get away from spawn, you're kind of chasing everybody else. I don't know how many towns you can spawn in. Four, maybe 5. So there's a little bit more variety than, say, like a, you know, an official Cherno that's got everybody popping in the same area, but... okay, that was on me. Let's say, I don't know if my 2P one-shots are actually gonna do any good. You're rotten, aren't you? Rotten pepper. Hey, buddy. Always makes me feel so much better when you race them to the punch and you actually win. I'm not too hopeful. I really want to do this kind of in the middle of town here. Give away that somebody's here. I like how our hat went from like non-colored gray and then just like rendered in green at the last second. Okay, there we go. We'll keep those. Oh, those aren't disinfected anymore anyway. Just in case. I was going to say, better installation, but it's just such garbage for storage. Mark II mag? I never say no to a Mark II. I don't think, yeah, I can't quite see over to that one. I don't think this one actually opens, does it? Nope. Just teasing. This is blue as blue can be, but I know that that shirt's not going to last much longer, so let's try it. Let's try it. This is where we get BK'd off the roof here. I'm trying to think the distance. I love going over to Algonquin and popping into that town. That always seems to be the town that does me the most good. She stuck out so bad. Just kind of caught it as we were moving through the aisles there, if you will. But I think that's kind of a haul from here. Layered shirt. Oh, okay, I thought that was better than that. Can leave her run around. Hopefully the pub has some snacking items for us. Otherwise, we're going to be forced to fish very soon here. Hoodie. The paramedic check is blue, but we'll hang with it. It's not like being camouflage is going to help us right now with our kitchen knife and 2 9mm shots. I do need to check that car out there, just in case it has some yum-yums inside. Granny, you have any candies for us? There we go, that'll do. That'll do just fine. Raincoat. I didn't think I was going to make it in here without you getting all mad. Oh, okay. She can reach across the street, but I can't reach her when it's laggy. So I saw him with his blue hood on, and I was like, is that a man? Yes. Yes, it was. I'm assuming he's just gonna kill us. Yeah, okay. Well, life number 1. Click 1 on the counter. Since servers restarted, we're in it till the end of stream here, so the rags are damaged. This is just, it's an evil server is what it is. Is this the same place we started in? This is. Did the stuff respawn? Probably not. Let's just wait. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same. So here's what I think. Oh, there is stuff though. Alright. I was gonna say, I think we need to go. We're still going to. Let's go. We're gonna take our peaches. We're gonna see if we can catch up to homeboy. Oh, is it here or was it the pub? I think it was. Oh no, this is a different spawn. Is it? Shows how well I know this map. I'd really like to go back to that dude. I mean, obviously we're not going to make it like to him. But from Cayuga, there's only one way you can go. So it'd be sweet to head in there, like grab the P1 off my body. He was standing still, so it was my fault for not picking up that it was him. Or that it was a him, I suppose. Yeah, this is Cayuga. Okay. Alright. Yep, I was about to say, hopefully this recovers sooner than later. Okay, I'm just gonna keep skirting around there. Let's see if we can... There we go. Nope. I'm not even getting a connection mark. Fantastic. We're gonna pass out here, not even know it. Oh, we got a hit finally. Man, that's lagging so bad. I was about to say, I can't really block that. Let's give it just a second to make sure I'm stable here. Alright, stable enough. Hopefully that level of excitement doesn't occur again. Yeah, because we're same spawn, right? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to try it. We'll try to just sprint right back to town there. Let's put this millions of peaches in the hotbar there and see if we can do some swanging. There's pretty much no way, though. Like, that dude was probably at the end of town because he had his gun. That's the camp, right? Yeah, okay, I went too far left. Alright. Let me know when you're done. My stamina is still going down also. That's not going to do us very well. Okay, come on. Are you done? Nope. Nope. Just so you don't think I'm in here freaking out or anything. I'm experiencing a pretty hefty amount of lag. It's having me spin in circles and do all sorts of nonsense. Hopefully that's the last of that. Makes my eyes cross. I can't imagine for you guys. Yeah, okay, so if we came in this side, so he's going to be on the other side of town there. There, it's doing it again. It seems to do it like... I think it's just coincidence, but when I'm sprinting. So he's going to be at that end of town where I came in here. We'll just kind of skirt around the town. I don't think we'll catch him, but, you know, maybe he hadn't, like, gotten his sips at the well yet. Alright, stop doing what you're doing. Okay. I'll take my hands off the controls for a little bit here and just see what happens. Let me know when you're caught up. I usually don't have any issues with the server, so this is kind of crazy. I literally just moved the mouse since he's still running, I guess. There, are you done? You feel better? At this rate, it doesn't matter if I catch that dude or not, because I'm going to be moonwalking all over the end of the town there. Wonder what he shot me with. I think it was a BK. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch here if this this keeps doing this, which is a bummer. It's a good server, but I know a lot of servers recently over the last couple days here. Not saying that's what's going on here, but have been getting the unfortunate D word. I can't even move out of my spot. Does that work? Can I walk and then run? This particular server is not associated with the ones I'm referring to, but that is where I would be if this weren't up. So unfortunately they're still down and I can't pop over to there. I also hope I don't have to deal with any zombies on the way, so we can kind of get over there and just see if he's still hanging around. can of peaches him in the face. Not exactly the smartest way to go about it with... No, I didn't want to get him. I do want his backpack, just in case we end up, you know, not being able to catch up with this guy, but... Okay, there's the 2-story, there's the clinic. We were behind the clinic, yeah. Let's prep the can of peaches just in case. Alright, there's the water. I think that was me. Not 2 of them. No, I don't think that was. Yeah, so he was standing right here. There's my poor deceased corpse. The flies already. We left some stuff. That's kind of interesting. Man, the bomber jacket's a mess. So's the t-shirt though, so what's the difference? He didn't really take much of anything. I actually don't even know what he did take. Rags, left my rope. Kind of strange. Alright, the other bummer about being in the same spot, not just that, you know, we got our butt kicked by that guy, but the likelihood of there being anything at all is pretty low. I mean, it wasn't really great before we ran into him, or he made his presence known, I should say. That's gotta stop. Yeah, we're gonna find somewhere else for the evening if this doesn't cool it. And I'm kind of hoping that, like... Alright. Yeah, I just need to get into this tree. Just stop it. That's unfortunate. That's a real big bummer. But let's let me pop you into a splash screen. We'll find a place to go for the next 30-45 minutes here. I was really hoping to get that kind of storyline going, but that's not going to be feasible with whatever's going on with that connection tonight. I'm kind of thinking that maybe that that event is taking place on that server as well, because there was no like connection symbols of any kind to show us what was going on. I would have loved to do Halloween Esseker, but I really doubt... Oh, okay. No, we can do that. That's feasible. I was going to say, I really doubt there's not a huge queue for it, but right now it's got a 1-player queue, so... Ping is pretty terrible to it. It just went offline. I don't know if that's just for me. I'm just kind of refreshing through some servers that I know are usually pretty decent ping, so those look okay. Alright, let's give it a shot. We'll see what happens. We might just have to call it an early night for whatever's going on. It might be me. I don't think so. I was playing all day today with no issues. But we'll see what happens. Bear with me. We've accomplished our goal of offing our Livonia fellow though, so at least there's that. We've accomplished something. And then hopefully, I think next week we'll just come into Deadfall. Maybe. I might go to Cherno. We'll see. I'll let the week kind of settle and decide. Alright, I don't think I'd be loading in yet, but we might as well just pop over and at least get you peeked on the... Now, there we go with one. with the creepy creature descriptions there at the bottom. I'm pretty sure I still have a life on here. I'm not 100%. We'll find out. We'll see if that's the case. Last time I played in here, I thought I had died. I thought it was actually the death from my Halloween Esseker video, but I did restart after that, so it might still be that guy, but I know I've gotten into some fights since then. So we'll see if we're still alive or not. While that's loading, let me see who we've got still online to raid for Twitch after the fact here. Okay, yeah, a couple of our boys are still playing games, so we'll hit somebody up afterwards. The guy who's streaming Arc Raiders right now, his name is Firetails. Just had run into him once, just kind of in the dayz list to see who else was playing. Seems like a good dude. He's playing Arc Raiders, so we'll pop over into that afterwards. I've got about a half an hour left, so we'll see what we can do in Halloween Esseker here, and then head over there and pop into Firetails. There we go. It's showtime. Yeah, I either have a revolver or I'm dead, and I don't remember which is which. I seem to remember like a white jumpsuit jacket with a chest holster. I don't know if that dude is still with us or not. Okay, this is not what I remember at all. Food, cleaning kit. The challenge is, where am I? I'm faced this way. So there's intent there. I am gonna go I survive for this. I don't know Esseker at all. I know Esseker City is south. That's about it, and that's kind of like the goal. The other question is, when I logged off last, did I mark where I was? Okay, I've got a mark. I don't know where I was going, though, is the issue. I don't know if it's worth giving you guys. Yeah, it is. It might be a little washed because it's meant for nighttime, but since Halloween Esseker is always nighttime, if I don't click that, it's going to be a little less visible. It's like relatively light nighttime with the, you know, little Halloween moon action. Do I have a battery? Because if I do, I don't. Would have been nice to pop a battery into the GPS receiver and see where we are. But I think I had just come out of Maximilian Resort, and I think I was faced towards the gas station and the barn area. What I'm really worried about is going cross country really brings the creatures out on this map, and I'm not... Have any 380? No, I'm not really armed enough to handle anything other than a werewolf, really. Okay, there's something there. Let's see where we are. Is that the farm area? There's a gas station at the farm area, so let's head over here and see what's going on. This is... I think that's what that is. It might even just be like a gas pump and not a full-on gas station. I'll pop in here regardless. There's no cars marked on the road, so I don't know if the bus actually comes up on the map as a car or not. There is supposed to be power lines that... Oh, it's not a... it's not a gas station, it's a pub. Okay, so that's where we're at. I kind of forgot about zombies for some reason. Kind of forgot about the main antagonist in the game. He's got candy. Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay, good. She's still doing the uneven bars over there. I really shouldn't be acting like... Thank you for the steak. I shouldn't be acting like there's nobody on this server right now. It's the full server. Everybody's got pork steak tonight. There is a large space between stuff. It reminds me of like an Avalon. If you're not familiar with Esseker. Salt bag. What do I have? A better bag. Where it takes a good amount of time to get between places. So even with a full server, if you're not in the spawn area, it doesn't quite feel that bad. But folks know, you know, where the stuff is. We're not that far away from a military, so we'll hit up this little farm area and then head over to the military section. It just stuttered there just for a second, and I was literally about to say, I don't want to speak too soon, but I really think the connection was that server issue, and I hope there's not wellies from up above. It looked like assault boots. I hope it's not the same stuff that's been going on with some of the other servers right now. I don't understand why people get like enjoyment out of like ruining things for other people, and the people that run those servers that are having that trouble right now, like, I'm assuming, at least, you know, the dude who owns the server, that's the same thing, isn't it? It's got the water bottle slot. I'll swap out. I'm assuming that's affecting some portion or another of their livelihood. You know, I don't know if, like, I can't imagine doing that as their main source, but you gotta figure at least some, you know, at least their time is going into it, that this person is like, I don't know. I don't need to tell you how much of a mess that is. Like, just let people, it's games, man. Like, we're playing video games. We don't need to be doing that kind of stuff to each other. How do I not have gloves on? And all this other stuff and no gloves. I wonder too, little Rugrats action, if those candles, there's like one in, no, I don't want to say every house, but they're pretty frequent. I don't know if there's a thing like if you know, light so many or light certain ones or anything like that. I don't know anything about the lore, if you will. Let's swap pants right out in the middle of the open. That'll be pretty safe, right? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so from here, we want to kind of go that way across the street. We could just go down the road and that'll lead to the military. But I'm expecting some company there potentially, so kind of like how somebody has set up shop here. This burlap sack, when you find a bag of candy, it comes in a burlap sack, and when you open it, you know, you get the sack and then you obviously eat the candy out of it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't check the fire. What was the temperature on that? Alright, it's been a little bit. We have tourist map. We'll take that. If we had a compass too, then I'd totally ditch the iSurvive for that, but I'm not even sure what the tourist map situation looks like on this one. Alright, yeah, it should be like that way, and it's uphill and on the ridge, so it shouldn't be too hard to just kind of run that way and then cross country once again. Like I said, the bummer about doing cross country adventures on this map is the things that come out of the forest for you. That's alright. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, so kind of like this type of angle maybe. Up we go. I didn't anticipate playing this server tonight, but I almost need a different filter. It's a little too bright, washes out a little too much. Yeah, okay. I forgot. I forgot about the Halloween effects. It's kind of hard to miss the military areas. I don't know how much longer they're gonna host this. Usually it switches over to Namalsk. They do a Namalsk map, and they've stopped that for just to be able to do this for Halloween. So I'm not sure how much longer we'll have before they kind of kick this back over. I did miss out on a hunting stand somewhere behind us, but that's okay. There will be more. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot here. I don't think I've been to this one. Looks like a camo, maybe 2 halves. Oh, I have been in here. This is like the gorilla type creature from my Halloween Esseker video was in the camo building in this. I think it was this base. We'll find out here in just a second. The red hue becomes less obnoxious when you're inside of it. Really would like to get eyes. If this is that base that I'm thinking about, there is a lot of zombies in the middle. There's like a helipad with a static helicopter there that zombies kind of gather around. Okay, there is dead zombie there. There might even be a dead player that just had the NVG pumpkin on his head. I have nothing for close range is the biggest concern. Yeah, at least the one is player for sure. Moss bag. Just kind of rush this. Bark. Interesting spot for that. Everybody always likes to run around with the ghillie in here on this map. I don't know if it's like a, you know, it's because it's dark and there's trees everywhere. I already cleared that room, didn't I? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if that's the best choice ever. Oh. I was gonna say, I was trying to put my gun away and put my hands up, but I was like, there's not a whole lot I can do there. I really should have cleared the rest of that, but that's what we get. I know nobody likes having their leg broken, but there's something very satisfying about that. Like, I almost feel like they had somebody record somebody taking a bite out of an apple. I don't like the effects of it, but I like hearing the sound of it, if that makes sense. Alright, I think this... Oh no. Maybe it is me. I mean, this isn't like super uncommon to happen, but this is kind of why we had to switch off the last server. Okay, you done having a fit? Alright, hopefully that's the end of that. There was like a pumpkin patch here the last time I played. There's a dead something. Looks very playery. I think this is outside of Borosh. Yeah, that's where it is. There is water here, so there's that. Let's just go rather than try. Can I get back there pretty quick? No, that's quite a haul. Let's just see if we can get into some spawn area shenanigans. See if Tom Riddle is bouncing around here trying to trying to get people to play a game again. Booty hat. I kind of expect everything. Usually when I've checked. Gun cleaning kit, that's kind of random. I was gonna say, in the spawn towns, there's like literally nothing. More so than, you know, what you would expect from like a Cherno. We'll take a peek though. After we invite our house guests in there. Frying pan though, that's pretty significant find right now. Every time they come running in with a mask, at first I'm like, what is that? You know what that is. Alright, not mad at a frying pan. Okay, we'll give it a second. Lets me drop it. Oh, alright. We'll definitely be double checking inventory for like double clicking and stuff like that tonight. Bitrate's good for you guys, so I apologize for the jitters that you're witnessing. Yeah, this is pretty common. You know what I don't know? So you can take bones, or excuse me, a stone and rub it on a big stone. Can you do the same thing with a bone? I don't think so. I think you've got to bone to bone it, if you will. If we don't see a stone here in a couple seconds anyway, we'll ditch it regardless, but I don't think I've ever tried that. Oh my goodness. Mr. Bunny. Hello, Mr. Bunny. Hello. Man, he looks creepy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You're creeping me out, Mr. Bunny. Ooh, that was quick. I don't know if that bunny suit gives you like face smashing powers. It's this big creepy bunny hands. It's like a I love how this other person was just like witnessing it. I'm just here for water. Oh, that's such a creepy shot. That's definitely a that's I'm definitely gonna clip that one.
I'll be vaping.
Well, that wasn't very nice, big bunny hands.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. What did he do to you? Oh, he said he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, he's a big creepy bunny, so it makes sense.
It looks like he's out to get you.
I know he is. Look at him, he's a bunny. Man, that's nuts. Okay, so my mic is working. We've confirmed that. But big creepy bunny guy has got to go. If we get pumpkin patch spawn again. Let's see. The pumpkin patch is right down the road from Baroche, but I don't think that's what it might be. If that's the case, then I think pumpkin patch is, let's see. This is that house. Is there a road right here? No. Alright, I'm not... yeah, this is it. So we're here, so pumpkin patch is that way. Let's check these two houses to see if we can get any... Okay, there's been lock-ins in here. We'll see if we can get any murdering tools to go get our Five Nights at Freddy's revenge. Yeah, I don't really care what pants we're wearing. Oh, perfect. Hopefully that has some goodies in it. We're probably going to get murdered by the people that are around him, but it's worth it. Does this have rounds? I didn't really verify that. Crap. Okay. It's a start, though. It's a start. We'll see what we can get in the next house. I think it's super funny that the intent is to get the candy out of the bag, but it keeps the bag in your hand and you drop the candy. Like, do you unwrap a McDonald's cheeseburger and just, you know, spike that thing on the ground and just have the wrapper in your hand? Come on, turn around. Oh, I thought you were bypassing that. The bunny. I don't give a... Yeah, I know you don't, you creepy creep. Okay, I think that's... I thought we hit her. Pretty sure that other zombie's aggroed on somebody else. Nope, okay. Stamina was like freaking out there for a second. Hello! He was kind of running at me with a pole in his hand. So I thought for sure that was going to be not good for us. Yeah, he's freaking out. He's like super sprinting. Oh, okay. It's just a murdering kind of night. Well, that's better than nothing. We're gonna make a bone knife in case we can't muster up any 380. I imagine Bunny Man is like, his sole purpose is to sit at Pumpkin Patch. I don't think he has any other plans tonight. Let's hope so anyway. Okay. Lay down, eat our bar. Yeah, it's down the road that way. Don't trap me in. Don't trap me in. So we'll just... Oh, it's so creepy. I've seen this before, and I've seen it without the head. Like sitting on a bench. I didn't know you could put it on, though. I don't know, you know, where. Obviously not that one, but... Alright, in case he's not there and we do continue the adventure, let's take what goods we can here. Why? Weird. Okay. It like double shifted me. I get the, you know, nighttime all the time bit for the Halloween stuff, but it is so dark. Just like 2 rounds of 380 would be fantastic. I do want to go in this one last house just in case. That might be all it takes. Can't even see where the door's pushing me. Yeah, just like an IJ mag with 4 bullets. Alright, let's get out of here. Need to go this way. I thought that was a human. That's a human right there. Hello! Oh no! It took me a second. Okay. So we've seen a mummy. I picked a house without a back door. Oh, it does have a back door. Now I understand why he was running. Okay, can we lock him in here? It only takes 2 hits to get knocked out, is the problem. this is going to take 45 minutes. He has 10 times as much health. It's actually the first one I've encountered since the event. It's super funny that dude was like, it looked like he was going to help me with the zombie, but he might have been trying to hit me too. But I think he was more concerned. Hello.
Oh. You wanna help?
It might start aggroing on you, but I appreciate it. Run!
Nice.
Oh, you got it. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you have much HP.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Help yourself to some bandies. He's got 2 more on him.
Yeah, I have 2.
Okay.
Thank you.
I've got to go get revenge on a guy in a bunny suit.
The guy from Bunny Suite, he's killed me too.
Yeah? You want to go take him out?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to that pussy.
Let's see if we can
I
get...
think he's dead, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since he killed me there, so I'm not sure if he'd still be hanging out.
I don't know what he's doing, but yeah.
He had a bunch of friends too, so I imagine even if I could kill him, his buddies would take me out, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
What's your name, man?
My name is John. You?
Nice to meet you, John. I'm Phil.
Phil?
Yep, Phil.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Phil.
John's a good dude. Willingly help with a mummy? Is this right here, wasn't it?
No, it's just another farm.
Huh.
I think we need to go to close to Balash. Oh, Balash, I don't know what it's called.
Oh yeah, that's where we just were, wasn't it?
I think, yeah. So this is another farm.
Huh, okay. I swore this was Pumpkin Patch, but I guess not. Well, it shows what I know. I thought we were right there already. There's the lake.
There's another guy in the forest. I don't know, I think he's the this is not the farm, man.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, that's a bummer, man. I know where we are, I just don't know where to go from here to get to the patch.
I don't know, I think we're on another direction.
Maybe
This is the another spawn.
yeah, maybe that patch is east of Borosh, but it's got water at it.
Yeah.
You're,
Right, yeah.
I'm not sure. All right, man.
Mm,
Well, I guess our revenge tale ends here.
yeah.
Good luck, brother.
You too. Good luck.
Sorry, John. I'm sorry we couldn't avenge our previous deaths. I swore that this area... Yeah, like I can... Maybe I didn't go the right way? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Maybe we weren't in... He was saying, you know, we need to go closer to Borosh, and I swear that's where we just met. Oh, that was weird. This does have water here, though. It's just like a different but not the same. I'll make you some pumpkin. Yeah, help
Thanks,
yourself.
man.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. There's another dude that was just on the to your right in town, but his name's John. He's a good dude, though. Don't worry about him. Pumpkin for the road?
I got 3 on me already. I just didn't have anything to cut them.
Right on. Here, you want to...
Thanks, man.
Here, take this. Cut to your desire.
Thanks.
Yeah, bro. Alright, while we're sipping... Yeah, that's the only other place it could... No, they have water at the pumpkin patch. The pumpkin patch is going to elude me now, so we're just going to have to, like, organically come across it. The problem is the last 2 dudes I ran into are nice folk, so... Can't really go, you know, taking our bunny murder revenge out on them. Oh, there it is. I think that's it. Maybe. I think we just need to keep going up the road. We're going to try to do that. Regardless, that's kind of heading the way of that little hunting camp. We got somebody else here. Oh, really? Really? Oh, that's a bummer. I heard the running up, and I was like, nah, it's just one of those guys. There's desperation out here in these hills. I should be dead by now, though. I wonder if we traded knock. I heard, like... I tried to catch it on your guys' what you're viewing. Oh, red flash. Come on, get up. Aww. And no shoes. Did you get a little hurt there? Wait, you're not who I just fought. Alright, give me a knockout, though. They won that fist fight fair and square. One punch. Pop! Alright, one more. One more go. We'll keep it relatively fresh, if you will, and not venture out too far. That was ruthless. She came, well, I don't want to say she came out of nowhere. We heard her coming, but... This is where we just spawned? No, this is different. I don't even see you. I don't know. I don't think I've spawned here before. This doesn't look familiar. I'd say we'll figure it out, but... Pork. I don't know why they always spawn with pork steak. Like, the zombies, you know, have either developed the means to slaughter animals and butcher them, or he became a zombie like 25 minutes ago, and homie was just walking around with a raw pork steak in his pocket. Okay, we have to, due to limited time, that's actually not what I meant. I was going for that sweet red hat. Due to limited time, we are going to just murder. So whoever we see, unless it's John. John, we don't murder. You just don't murder John. But we're on a losing streak. We probably hurt that that chick character that came up to us. I have no idea where we're at. We were gonna leave each other alone, but yeah, she was probably pretty hurt, but you know, she even took the shoes. Not even like through the shoes. Maybe she threw the shoes, but that guy probably like witnessed the whole thing, or it's her teammate or whatever. Yeah, I've got to scroll around a little bit to see where this even would be. There's only so many places you spawn, but I don't think... Does Pakshu have a little river on it? Maybe? Who knows? We'll just wander. Stupid campfire tripod. Where there was the one house. Really not much here either. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't believe the signage is all that great on this map. I think it's actually relatively difficult to find out where you are. I mean, not there. You could just look around, but map-wise. Yeah, since I'm yet to make it to Esseker City, and actually more so because the things in the forest than players. Let's see if we can get anything to make noise back to somebody, but I doubt it. Because that is quite close. Oh, please have a shell. Just one. Okay, perfect. Let's not waste any time. Let's just go try our luck here. This is going to be too quick, so if this ends in disaster, let's see what it's got in there too. Oh no. If this ends in disaster like I think it will, we'll give it one more go after that. Where are you, or the person you were shooting at? I feel like it's in the houses to my left more. Maybe it was on the other side of town. I don't really want to get, like, you know, losing focus and looking for goods when finding the shooter is main priority. Just kind of run up into this house and see if we can see anything. That zombie really didn't seem to care about any shots, so it'd be a little further than this, presumably. Will you just get in here already? Oh! Well, that was successful. I'm assuming the second shot there was a finishing shot, but... yeah, I don't really care about goods unless it has shotgun shells. I don't see signs of nonsense. I have no idea where this town is. Okay, dead zombie there. Dead zombie there. Let's see what we got. I hate those houses. Somehow everybody always gets the drop on me in places like that. Well, there's a dead guy. I'm like, I don't care. And at the same time, I'm going to grab his backpack. Oh, I have one. Oh, I was hoping I was going to climb up on that wood. Instead, I wasted a bunch of time. Well, this is definitely where he shot him from. Hereabouts. Ugh. Okay, apparently I got him. I was about to say, I really need you to load a shell because I didn't check if he's dead. Drop the repeater, put that away. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, well. Red blood is it? Oh my god, how many cuts did I have? I didn't even pay attention to, I was like, I don't need to bandage, let's just get this guy taken care of. Well, you probably should have bandaged. Oh, he's a fish. Bridle. Dude's going horseback riding. I think he was being, rude to folks. Backpack ruined. I didn't think, honestly, I didn't think that the shotgun shot, I didn't think it hit. So I was like, oh, well, here's another death. It's got no shells for the BK. Does it have a shot in it, perhaps? No. Well, I don't anticipate making it much further, but that's not the goal, right? Just munch down some fish. I think we can drop our zombie pork steak. We'll go over to this church, just because I'd like to figure out where I'm at. In case this server does hang around for a while, and I spawn in here next time. Because I really have no clue. What protection did I have? Really nothing, so... Oh, there's the repeater there. I should go back for it. I'll just ditch the BK for now. Well, not for now. I mean, we're ditching the BK. Period. Not that I'm a repeater fan, but you take what you have shots for. Okay. I mean, realistically, not a bad little start there. At least we have more weaponry than we have all the other starts. What would be fantastic is if I can figure out where we are and then go to the pumpkin patch. And Bunny Man is still there. Okay, so there's a church, kind of by itself. There's just dead zombies everywhere. The problem is, like, the Halloween, they usually have like a mask on or something. So when you get the plus, you're kind of forced to go in and scope what they got. Alright, we've already wet our shoes, so... That's funny. I thought those were dead zombies from outside there. Alright, let's eat some fish. Chomp down this last one. I've got to scroll the map and just see where we probably are. Bunch of water, some ruined houses, church up by itself. I wasn't even paying attention if we got full. Okay, we're in Pakshu, which I think is like miles away from where, not that I actually know since I couldn't find it, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty far away from where old Peter Rabbit is. Red blood is no way to go prowling for players either, though. Okay, I thought that runner was one. I'm very tempted to go to that. There's probably nothing of consequence in there. I'm glad he had food, because if I was going to be red blood and starving to death, this would not have been recoverable. But like I said, realistically, this is not, it's not outlandish that, you know, like... Okay. I mean, I guess you can just yell over there and yell a bunch. It wouldn't be super outlandish to recover completely from this. I'll have to go back and look at the fight there. He must have shot me a bunch, like in the arms or something, to cut me up that much, but not really drop my health to any substantial degree. Alright, from Pakshu, where do I want the church to be? We're obviously not going to accomplish much. Where'd the church go? But I would like to at least start heading back that way. That cape freaked me out. I was like, what am I looking at? Leather cloak. Oh, it's in the, can you store stuff in it? That's kind of cool. Backpack slot. Alright, church. There it is. So if I'm in town, facing the church from a kind of across the road. This isn't the guy we killed. Guy he killed, I guess? Oh. I was like, what are you complaining about? He lit himself. This is how we're going to die right here, though. There were enough shots going on that people would come scope it. Just a couple sips. We won't get full symbol here. I think that was a zombie, but yeah, okay. Oh. That guy had an IJ, and there's an IJ mag. We have a cannibal fella. Oh, I don't want your human meat. That's not disinfected. That is... Got any cool stuff around? Bones? No. Okay. Would be kind of remiss not to go get that IJ off of him, though. Where was that truck? There it is. That's not an IJ mag. Oh, it is. Look just different enough, I guess, on its side. Alright, 2 shots in that. We've got repeater shots, we've got shotgun shells. I got my bearings on the church and then I totally blew it. The water is here though too, so that'll help. It's not even on the map. Alright, do this again. Road, church. There should be a road that goes away. Yeah, of course you're over here. Ooh! That could have been bad. I definitely clicked both the necessary buttons too. Let's swap that. Please don't just stand here. Okay. So going down the road that goes away with a house on the side. We're nowhere near it. I'm not going to bother trying to get back there. Ooh, piece of candy. That I can't grab in my hands. Alright, so, wait, this is the house I've already been in. That's kind of weird. Basically just the one kill. Many deaths. If you can find the bunny suit, wear the bunny suit. That thing is crazy. Just like immediate smacks. Now, I think he'll hit me like 3 times. So that is definitely something to keep your eye out on the old Halloween Esseker. Is that a static? Yeah, just a body. Body on a stick. So the bunny suit guy, you're an angry bunny. It's very counterintuitive. Creepy though. So creepy. Five Nights at Freddy's creepy. The game, not the stupid movie. You got anything for a switch? Yes, you do. I'm kind of at a loss of what to do with this character. He doesn't have the best start. There's not really anything close to this town. Not anything significant. Here's what we can do with him. Chicken murder. What did that chicken do to you? I don't know if it's better or worse. Yeah, I was about to say when I'm red blood and it's washing out with the gamma filter for you guys, but slightly better. Alright, at this point I'm just like going back into the same. How many shells do I have? 357 rounds rather? That's it. Just the 5? 6. I was kind of hoping somebody else would turn up, but okay, we need to fix that. Don't just let yourself bleed out all over. Yeah, I kind of keep just walking around in circles. So if we're facing that way, this is north. Let's just head out of town. And I don't think we're going to encounter anybody else, so we'll just kind of run for a little bit and then probably jump into a tree and call it a night. Twitch folks, if you would hang around, we'll raid Firetails right after. much more popular streamer than I. He's playing Arc Raiders tonight. I believe he's still playing. YouTube folks, I wish there was a way that you could like plug you into that. That's right, campfire. We came across this bridge. I don't see the... Oh, there's the bridge. Okay. So yeah, that is on the map. If I would have zoomed in a little bit better, I probably would have been able to find out where we were much earlier. Wish I could plug you guys into who we were going along with. I'm try to keep the raids to at least a mannerism. Maybe not the same type of player or even the same game necessarily, but at least somebody that holds down the calmer, I'm not on YouTube YouTube and Twitch just to scream at you type personality. Yeah, we'll just pop up the way here. We can cut the corner. That might incite some forest dwellers to come pay a visit, and in that regard I'm gonna... I don't know if the repeater's the way to go or the shotgun, but single load shotgun I'm not too confident it's gonna take care of the problem. Yeah, we should come up to the top of a hill. We'll get just outside this town and then we'll call it a night there. I was actually a little too far to the left there. We can just pop over the top of the hill. I'm kind of surprised that somebody had caught and cooked fish on this one this far north. Like, I don't know if he's just been popping like back and forth between spawn towns. Whoever originally had him, you know, that guy might have taken him from somebody, but it seems like an odd thing to have on you in the spawn areas. Okay, that road, unless I've hooked too far of a right, which I potentially could have, but eventually we'll run into it anyway. Should be right in front of me. It curves kind of just off around the hill there. So I thought we would have met back up with it, but we'll see. It's just probably another like 500 meters. Regardless, we'll pop across this field. I've marked about where I think we are. Oh, well, there we go. I was going to hit the road, and then that would have led me into this town anyway, but... we'll grab a bush and log it on out. Nothing says time for end of stream like the bedtime reminder. Give you the intro screen as we log out here. We'll see. Maybe maybe some excitement will ensue. I don't think so. There's one server, it's a minute and a half to log out, so you're like literally worried the whole time like somebody's gonna come around the corner. Anyway, Twitch folks, if you will hang out, we're gonna go pop in to see Firetails, play some Arc Raiders. YouTube folks, thanks for coming. Wish I could bring you with. Interesting night tonight. Plan didn't go quite as we thought. Finished off our Livonia character, went back into the bunker, realized my mistake in not realizing what type of bunker that was. Offed him so we can do some more official stuff next week. Popped over to Deadfall. The lag was so bad it wasn't worth it. So it was making me crazy, so I can only imagine it was doing worse to you guys. And then here we are on Halloween Esseker. So next week we'll be looking at probably either doing Esseker again, or we'll pop over back into Deadfall, see how the connection is for that. The servers that had their issues should be back up by then, I hope. They're still having some struggles they're dealing with on their side, but they're usually pretty high pop at that time of night, so should be a good time. I've got tomorrow. Check back in if you're interested in doing the first playthrough and review of Surrounded. The first time I played it, 2 hours of playtime before the Steam return window closes. So I'll be doing a before the window closes video based on that stream tomorrow night. Same time as we did tonight. And if not, you're really interested in dayz, see you again next Saturday, same time. Thanks so much for coming in once again. Clean Fun, thanks for stopping in, bud. Thanks for all the viewers. If you're watching this at a later time, I'm elderb. Take care.